Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. So last time out we finished off all of the friendship episodes for Chapter 5. And Kou met up with Shio after doing his part-time job. Just as they were saying goodbye to each other, they were standing out in the fog, and they heard this very kind of ominous laughter echoing throughout the fog. So bad shit's going down with the eclipse once again, and so now we've got to try and find out what's going on. And here I like it how Asuka's kind of completely given up at this point, and it's kind of like, she was like, oh yeah, I'm all right with joining in now, aren't I? And she's like, yeah, at least your combat ability's good. So yeah, Shio is now officially a part of the team, and so we've got to find out about what's going on with this laughter. Apparently, there's been a lot of reports on the Nayar app about it, and so we've got to try and find out what the fuck's going on. My apologies. So yeah, and Asuka here is a little bit being a little bit off at this moment in time, because basically she seems to be saying that, oh, I just think the fog's the fog, it's nothing eclipse related. And you can kind of tell that she's kind of hiding something, that she's not being completely honest with everybody in what she honestly thinks. But she's going to go off and find out what's going on. But yeah, Kou is like, at least take me with you, just in case something goes wrong. And she really doesn't want to do that. She wanted to go off on her own and not have to bother with the rest of any of the rest of the group, to be brutally honest. But yeah, she's kind of having to accept Kou's help at this point. So the mission that we've got for today, at least to start off with, we have got to head off into the world. We've got to try and find some rumors and find out some information about what's been circulating in connection. Yeah, find out rumors in connection to the fog, to see basically what people are saying about it. And if the rumors turn out to be a load of shit, then yeah, all good. All's good that ends good. So yeah, we've got 3 areas we have to go to. The first one we're going to is Station Square. So we got to talk to this guy here. And apparently there was a rumor going around that people are getting lost in the fog, that people are disappearing as they enter the fog, that, people are running away from something within the fog, which is kind of weird. Next one is we head to the top of Across Tower to speak to Urara here. that's a name and a half. And so she says that basically as she was walking through the fog to get to Across Tower, she heard this weird laughter kind of echoing around her head. So kind of similar to what Shio and Kou experienced last night. So yeah, sounds like that might be something. And of course Asuka is kind of being very being a bit of a pain. She's not really talking about stuff, really. She's just kind of blowing stuff off, really. Now we're at the Morimura shopping mall. And so, yeah. What do you mean? Kou never does that, no. He never gets, never skips work at all. So yeah, so she's got someone who she works with is now seemingly gone missing and has been and hasn't contacted her, and hasn't been able to contact, and no one's been able to contact. So no one's been able to contact her, and she hasn't contacted anybody else either. So that's a little bit suspicious. And so once you've done that, we leave the shopping mall, and we run into this asshole with his purple suit and his purple hair. That's the blue hair, I suppose, but you know, whatever. So yeah, this is another character which we will we'll know a bit more about later on in the chapter. We kind of introduced to him here is Tomoaki Mikuria. Mikuria, there you go. And so he's trying to find his way to Morimiya Academy, and so we've got to give him some give him some directions on how to get there. Sorry about that. Anyway, so he's been dispatched to Morimiya to the academy because of work. So going around the town to introduce himself. I wonder who that could be. The acquaintance at our school. Who do we know who runs in the highfalutin kind of rich circles? We'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, we'll see a lot more of him later on in the chapter. He's actually kind of one note, if I'm honest, as a character. There's not really a whole lot to him. He's just kind of there. He just kind of bums about, really. He's not really a major he becomes a bigger part of the story, I suppose, but he's not really someone who you would consider super important to the overall kind of plot. He's around. That's what I'll say about him. He's quite an entertaining character, though. People like to kind of groan whenever he speaks, but we'll see. See you with your car. Later, buddy boy. I don't know who you are. Damn straight, Kou. Yeah, the fact that Asuka knows who he is or recognizes the name should say something about that as well. Should clue you in as well. So yeah, it's a prestigious industrial group. He's part of a prestigious industrial group, kind of similar to the Hokuto group. So we'll see what happens. So yeah. But now that that's done, we've checked out all the rumors, and there's definitely a lot of stuff that correlates between stuff going on in the fog. And yeah, Asuka is still keeping a load of stuff here that she knows about that she's not prepared to tell Kou and the others about. And Kou, I like how Kou's kind of straight with her there. He's like, cut the bullshit. What if you know something, fucking tell me. Uh-oh, dirty call. No. It's Mayu. What's going on? Oh god. Says help me, and then there's a mysterious laughter. Oh shit. Something's going wrong. It's time for us to move on and keep going again. I like this because she was trying to brush him off and kind of push him away, and he's like, nah, you're not kicking me out, bitch. I'm going with you. And so yeah, if you want to, at this point, if you want to go to somewhere else, one of the other places you've been to kind of get some more items and stuff for the battles ahead, now's the time to do it. If you go straight to the shopping street, to Morimiya shopping street, then that will continue the plot kind of immediately. And it's all foggy and shit. Look at all that fog. I actually think the fog effect looks pretty decent. And oh shit, Mayu's eyes are all glazed over. What's going on? Something going down. And what the fuck? Oh god, it's a big hand. To be fair, you know what? To be totally honest, that's pretty creepy. That's pretty scary. That Mayu just gets grabbed by a giant hand and kind of dragged into the fog. Yep. But I don't need you, so yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much this chapter where we kind of get to the conclusion of Asuka's kind of character arc, where she's been slowly kind of getting closer to the rest of the group, and she's been kind of, you know, letting people get involved. She's been getting closer and closer to these guys. But apparently she's heard about the Elder Greed, the Greed which is involved this time, and she thinks that it's way, way too strong for any of the rest of them to handle. And so she feels as if she has to do it, has to handle it all by herself. And so she kind of goes back into her old ways of kind of like pushing, you know, pushing people away and not letting any of them help. I mean, she has her reasons. She's doing it for their own safety as far as she sees it. But of course, Kou and the others don't agree with it. And it's kind of... I'll talk about it later. But it is kind of... How they do it is kind of interesting. But anyway, we've seen this girl before. She was the one who gave Kou his powers right at the beginning of the game. And now she's here to help out once again. I've said this before, but we will... Wow, that was bad. Sorry. We will meet... we will actually find out about her at kind of the epilogue of the game. Kind of end game is when we finally find out what the fuck's going on with this girl. But she's seriously powerful. She was able to click her fingers and destroy that barrier that Asuka had put up. So, yeah. We still don't know anything about that. And she's, I believe... If I remember correctly, I think she only appears before Kou during the game until the very, very end. And then she kind of appears before everybody else as well. But, yeah. So, yep. There's a gate. So that's where Asuka's gone, so we are going to fucking follow. So yeah, it goes to be said for the next... how many eclipses? It's like 3 eclipses that we have to go in. We have to go in through 3 gates, from what I remember. So we have to go through three of these gates, and during all those eclipses, the 3 eclipses that we go through, you're not allowed to use Asuka as a part of your party, because obviously she's off fighting by herself. So you're stuck with a choice between Sora, Shio, and Yuki, which I'll be honest, can be a bit difficult your first playthrough. Temple of Evil Mist. It can be a bit difficult your first playthrough just because Asuka is kind of like one of the most capable members of your party, and you can, as happened with me, I tended to rely on her a lot, and then when it came to this, it made it a little bit more tricky, these next 3 eclipses, but they're not too bad. And she was kind of like, Jesus Christ. Kou, you need to chill out, buddy. So yeah, we've got Kou, Sora, and Shio for this one. Time to head through. I'm trying to remember what this one is. There we go. Oh, this one. Okay, sorry. I remember this one now. This one's kind of an interesting one. Basically, you need to hit this button in the middle, and there's basically 3 areas for you to go through. The middle area is kind of like the way forward through plot. And then the other 2 areas are side areas that you can go through to basically unlock the main way. As you can see, because the gate's down. And then, so to the right, I think, is where you get all the shit. It's, where you unlock the way forward. And then the left is just for additional kind of goodies and stuff. Yeah, Shio is slow, but man, does he hit like a truck. He's fun to use, to be fair, but die. There we go. And away we go. So yeah, you have to go through the right the right side first. There you go, kill him. There you go. And then you unlock the middle path, and then you go to the left path to unlock, just to get additional goodies. Pretty useful. It's well worth it. Fuck you. Time to die. In terms of difficulty, the combat's not too tricky. It's a lot of enemies that you've already faced before, so there's nothing kind of really new to face off against. It's just no, don't hit me in the face. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so it's not really about the difficulty of the enemies and all that kind of stuff, and the mini bosses and bosses because they're all because they're all pretty comfortable. It's more it's a bit more of a puzzly area. Not to say that it's oh fuck you. You know, not to say that it's difficult, super difficult, because it's really not. But it's just like, you know, you hit something to go that way, and I made a bit of a fuck up here because I could have just gone straight out there. Oh, do I do it? Yeah, there we go. I take the quick exit out. So now it shoves it to the middle, but I don't want that. So let's shove it to the left. And let's get all those extra goodies, shall we? It's well worth doing. So yeah, this one is pretty straightforward as an Eclipse. It's just if anything, it's a little bit more time consuming. You know, because of the fact that it's more time consuming because, you know, you have to go through one area. You have to go through one area to unlock the way forward, and then you have to go back to get the extra goodies and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a little bit trickier, but it's still not difficult, to be fair. In fact, by the end of this chapter, we will have our first, what I'd call, difficult Eclipse. But we won't be seeing that for a little while. A few parts yet before we do that. and you're dead. Go fuck yourself. Alright. Oh wow, you died easily. I'm sorry, my apologies. Fucking my throat. So yeah, with this one, it's pretty much the same again. I try and remember, I think there's 4 separate areas for you to go through this time. But I'm not 100% sure. No, that's what it was. Instead of there being like, you can just go to the left and right area whenever you want. You go to the right to get the goodies, the extra goodies, then you go to the left and hit this thing, and then that opens up the central way, the main way to continue the plot. So, yeah, nicely done. Pretty comfortable overall. Like I said, this it's more, the way I put it, it's more time consuming than it is difficult. I mean, ow, you bitch. Hit him in the face. There you go. Let's collect more shit. And there we go. And that's the eclipse done. Nice and easy. Pretty straightforward. So there we go. But that's going to be it for this part of Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. Join me next time for the next part, when we'll be taking on the boss of this eclipse, and we'll be finding out what the hell's going on with Asuka and where she's gone off to. So yeah, see you next time.